Our state's pretty unwell when it comes to the ability to get people into jobs that are there, but maybe aren't identified very well by each of our states, in particular rural areas. What we have identified is we need more fruit pickers and so forth, but there is a host of other jobs and underemployment that is occurring in our regional areas. As I've travelled about through Victoria and in South Australia, I don't think there's been a place where I have visited where people have not told me that business actually is going well, that they got through COVID-19 okay, that particularly in the rural and ag sector and in car dealerships and so forth, where they are really pushing to get stock and to be able to fulfill the amount of work and machinery repairs, things that are required, workshop technicians and so forth. This, I say to you, with a backdrop to a Flow News 24 article which you can read about unemployment data, where South Australia has the ignominious title of the worst unemployment in Australia. Now, the South Australian Liberal government can say that they've got things going in the state. They've got a lot of projects happening. They've funded a lot of things. The feds have come and helped with drought funding across nearly all the council regions. But at the moment, the unemployment is the worst in the nation at 7.1%. If you take a look at the nation's unemployment at 6.4%, New South Wales is at 6%, and Victoria, even despite its lockdown of 4 months of 2020, is at 6.3%. So they're around the national average. Here at Flow News 24, we've been talking to various people, including the South Australian Employment Minister, who spoke with Ricky Lambert about the figures, and Ricky put together this article for us on Flow News 24. And you've heard on Flow News bulletins that yesterday about these figures and that they tend to fluctuate according to the Minister, but business confidence was strong. Ricky Lambert countered with a question about youth unemployment in South Australia. If you thought Victoria was bad at 15.6%, New South Wales at 14.7%, South Australia is at 19.4%. So these must be largely kids in cities that are simply not taking jobs. It may be that they don't want to work or haven't got the skill set to get a job.
We now lead the nation with the number of apprenticeships and traineeships in the system. A 7.8% growth in the year July to June last year, which are the latest figures available, when the rest of the nation declined by 4%.
Well, I think this is time for the federal government, which presides over the unemployment benefit, or if you like, New Start or Job Search or whatever, Job Keeper, Job Seeker, whatever conundrum that they're now calling it. It's incumbent for these 20% of South Australian young people who are unemployed to be put in a place where they must take employment that is available. Now, this may be difficult to do because we've got the city and the country divide, but as I travel around, I'm told by country people that if they could get somebody, they would employ them. The problem is we haven't got a skill set match to the employment. We need more tradespeople. We need more mechanical people. We need more fitting and turner people. We need people who have got the ability to be able to fix things and make things. And unfortunately, at 20% of the unemployment in South Australia amongst our young people, something has to be drastically wrong in our education system that we haven't been actually piloting these kids towards having some sort of skill set, trade set, where the jobs actually are in regional areas. And that goes not only in South Australia but across Victoria and New South Wales.